Trump is in Doha, Qatar, speaking at state dinner in Qatar.
Very proud. They are proud. Our friends that live here, they're so proud. You only have to look at the shimmering skyline of Doha or the beautiful waterfront promenade, which I just looked at a little while ago. There wasn't a tree out of place. Everything's perfect. To understand Qatar's amazing path to modernization and prosperity. And you've done it all while honoring your heritage. You've always stayed with your heritage. You haven't given it up, maintaining your culture and embracing your national traditions. To the Emir, to the royal family, and to this entire nation, congratulations on a spectacular job. Well done. Congratulations, really something. As you can see from the extraordinary range of leaders and pioneers in this room, the biggest people on earth, most successful people, the most powerful people. Everyone wants to come and witness what is happening right here. As president, I'm proud that our growing friendship is blossoming into a full-fledged economic and security partnership, as we've seen clearly on this trip. Because we're setting records on this trip, we're bringing a lot of investment back into the United States of America. It's coming back at levels never seen before. We've never seen anything like it. In 2 months, we've done more than anybody. I don't think there's ever been anything close. And that means into any country. In addition to our agreement that will lead to the $1.2 trillion in economic activity before we even start about the big Boing deal and all of the other deals that we talked about today. We're pleased to supply your military with billions and billions of dollars in brand new equipment, and we're going to get a glimpse of some of it tomorrow morning at your military base, which is incredible, by the way. Earlier today, we were honored by the escort of 8 F-15s from your Air Force, and I will say that I asked the pilot of Air Force One, do we need them? And he gave me a bad answer. He said, well, I'd rather have them. That wasn't really the answer I was looking for, to be honest. I thought he said, no, we don't. This is just fun. This is just fun and games. He didn't say that. But here we are. But they are something. We're looking out the window. Everybody was amazed. It's a little disconcerting when you see a plane that goes 2,000 miles an hour when actually going 500 miles an hour is a strain on the plane. But you look at it and you can read the pilot's name on his helmet, and it's pretty close. But they were great. They were great pilots too. And it's fitting that you have chosen the mighty Falcon as a symbol of your nation, representing dignity and strength. That's what the Falcon represents. Our Qatari partners showed that spirit last weekend when you helped negotiate the release of the last living American hostage in Gaza, Edan Alexander. Hopefully this is a stepping stone toward getting the rest of the hostages back, but that was something, and you really did help us a lot. And Steve Woodcock and Marco Rubio are here. I want to thank you, Steve, Marco, and Scott, Howard. Everybody was involved. Put a lot of hostages back. They've all been involved. You're also working with us very closely with respect to negotiating a deal with Iran, which is the far friendlier course that you would see. You have 2 courses. There's only 2 courses. There aren't 3 or 4 or 5. There's 2. There's a friendly and a non-friendly. And the non-friendly is a violent course, and I don't want that. I'll say it up front, I don't want that. But they have to get moving. I hope the Iranian leaders understand that what you're doing, really what you're doing for them is a big favor. Your Prime Minister, your great leader, right here on my left, has been helping so much, and they respect them and they're listening to them, but they have to get moving, and we both understand that. They have to make that decision. It's their decision, because we want to see Iran do well, and thrive, and be successful, and everybody be happy. I know many Iranians living in New York and Washington, D.C. They're great people, and we want to have this end peacefully, not horribly. So I just want to thank Your Highness for that act of help. But we're really helping the region, we're helping the world, we're helping the country, and we'll try and get it done. If we can, we're going to try and get it done. They have to move quickly, and I just hope Iran realizes what a good friend they have right here. And in a certain sense, I guess I'm a good friend, because a lot of people would rather have me take a much more harsh road. But I know that if we can avoid that road, that would be a great thing. And I'd like to do that. This is an exciting time in America. As you know, it's really exciting. As you're hearing and seeing after years of recruiting shortfalls into the military enlistment, has now reached the highest point in probably history, but definitely 30 years, including for police and firefighters. But our military, we have the highest recruitment we've ever had. And just about a year ago, you read headlines that people weren't joining the military. We had a lot of empty spaces that we had to fill, and we weren't able to fill them. And it's a pretty great thing when just in a short period of time, it's a little short period of time, we went from not having people wanting to serve in our military, Army, Air Force. Just think the Army and the Air Force in particular, I don't know what was going on, but Navy, Marines, how about Space Force, Coast Guard, all great, but we couldn't get them, and now we have waiting lists to get in. So something happened. And I'll tell you what happened. It was called November 5th, where I won on behalf of everyone. I won on behalf of the people with common sense, the people that want to have a great country, the people with strength and intelligence. I won all 7 swing states. The popular vote by millions and millions of votes. The Electoral College, 312 to 226. Remember, they were saying, well, he might get to 270. Well, we got to 270 we got to 312, actually. We had a great day and a great evening. But very importantly, we won the counties throughout the United States, 2,660 to 451. That's why when you see the maps, they're all bright red, red meaning Republican. So that was really something. There's a spirit going on in our country that we haven't seen in many, many years. But from that moment on, our country is taking in commitments. We think it's probably Scott is here and Howard's here, Commerce. The Secretary of Treasury, Scott, has been great. Howard's been great, but I think these numbers are maybe making them look better than they're supposed to be looking. Where are they? Howard, where are you? And there's Howard. Stand up, Howard. Now, where's Scott? Boy, you're not too far away, huh? He's become a big star. You know, every time he goes on television, everything goes up. And sometimes they say it more forcefully, but he shouldn't do what I'm telling him, because every time he goes, he's really considered one of the great gurus, one of the great geniuses in markets and understanding markets. And he does understand the market, and he also understands that we took on a terrible situation that was left to us by a prior administration. And within a short period of time, I think we're in great shape. I think we're one of the most, maybe the most talked about. We are the most talked about country anywhere in the world. We're really, and this is in a short period of time. This is during really 100 days, a little more than 3 months. And let's say the first month doesn't count, because for the first months I wanted to fix up the Oval Office, make it look really nice. So just in a couple of short months, we've taken in numbers that nobody ever thought possible. I don't think there's ever been anything like it in any country. And certainly there hasn't been in ours. So we'll be well over $10 trillion. And I want to thank Your Highness for helping with that number. It's a big contribution. But you know you can count on us, and you know that it's going to be a great investment for you. And it's been a great investment over the years. So tonight, let us give thanks for the blessings of this friendship. We have a great friendship, our country and your country, added to by our friendship, and in keeping with
the president's comments at a state